guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a special video today. Today I'm looking at a very special recording, a live recording of Ryuichi Sakamoto. Now if you don't know who he is a Japanese musician, composer. He's very well known for doing film scores. In the 80s he was in a band called the Yellow Magic Orchestra, which were a very synthesizer based kind of group, and they were very successful in Japan and got a little success over here and in other countries. But here in the UK he became more recognised with his work that he did with David Sylvian of Japan, and he did some recordings with him and did a few singles which were and one of them was a major hit called Forbidden Colours. But he was known for that, and he starred in movies. He starred in a few movies, including Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, with David Bowie and Tom Conti, in which the song Forbidden Colours was taken from the soundtrack. And he also performed and wrote and recorded the soundtrack for Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. So he's an amazing established musician. He's highly regarded in musicians for his incredible work, and he's amazing pianist and songwriting skills. Like I said, he got led to record many film soundtracks. Unfortunately, he passed away of his illness, the C word, shall we say, and he succumbed to his end from that. But not too long ago, probably about 3, maybe 4 years ago, he passed away. But before he passed away, the year he passed away, I think possibly weeks or months before he passed away, he performed a one-off performance, just to give us all a gift, to leave us with something magical. And we're going to look at it today, and it's a piece of music and album and performance that is classed and called Opus, which has had a release on CD and on Blu-ray of the actual performance. So we won't waste any time. Let's have a deep down look at Opus. So here we are, guys. Here is the releases of Opus by Ryuichi Sakamoto, which I have on Blu-ray as an actual performance, and I have on CD. Now, before we go any further, just be wary if you're thinking of picking this up. Be wary of the price, not of the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray is a normal price Blu-ray. It's the CD. Now, when I went to London a few weeks ago, my aim was to buy this, and I went into FOP, and they had a copy, but I didn't come away with it because of the price. It was £70 for a CD, and I just thought, why on earth is it £70? But I managed to pick one up. I got it from Juno. I believe they were selling it for 35, so it was still pricey, but it was half of the amount that HMV and FOP are asking for it. But I finally have it, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. So this performance is beautiful. It's heartbreaking and it's beautiful. It was recorded, I think, weeks before he passed away, and you can see in his performance, there are times in the performance when he needs to stop because it's draining him and stuff like that, and you can see, you know, him sort of like struggling through it. But it's beautiful, it's wonderful. So before we look at the CD, let's have a look at the Blu-ray release. This is from the BFI London Film Festival It got a special award in 2023. So I think that's when it was recorded, and I think that's when he passed away. It says the priceless gift from a once-in-a-lifetime talent. I cannot agree more. It was filmed by Neo Sora, a sublimely intimate, moving and graceful raw performance. There's another review of there. And it's Ryuichi Sakamoto's opus. This is the Blu-ray release. I'll go through it. It's 20 pieces of music over 5 decades in one performance. Conjured emotions we don't yet have names for. Again, I was heartbreaking watching it. It was beautiful but heartbreaking at the same time. Ryuichi Sakamoto's opus features award-winning music from Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence to The Last Emperor, amongst other seminal scores and piano compositions in his last performance. On March the 28th, 2023, legendary composer Ryuichi Sakamoto passed away after his struggle against cancer. In the years heading up to his death, Sakamoto could no longer perform live. Despite this, in late 2022, I think it was around Christmassy time, that sort of time of the year. Yeah, like I said, it was just months before he passed away. In the years leading up to his death, Sakamoto could no longer... Oh, I've just said that, haven't I? Sakamoto mustered all his energy to leave the world with our final performance, a concert film featuring just him and his piano. Created by Sakamoto himself, and presented in his chosen order, the 20 pieces performed in this film were wordlessly narrated his life through his music. And that's what I thought when I watched it. It pretty much showed his life, his existence through music, and his personality and the way he is, just by the way he performed it. The selection spans from the entire career, from his pop star Yellow Magic Orchestra period to his magnificent Bertolucci film score and music from this meditative final album 12, which is magnificent. Intimately filmed in a space he knew well, surrounded by his most trusted collaborators, Sakamoto bears his soul through his music, knowing this may be the last time that he can present his art. A celebration of an artist's life in a purest sense, Ryuichi Sakamoto opus is the definitive swan song of the beloved maestro. And it also includes the UK trailer of the concert. Here it is presented in Blu-ray. Comes with a slipcase. You have a DVD version of it as well. So they give you a DVD and it gives you the Blu-ray. Modern stories, new film to watch in cinemas and at home. So that's just an advert there for the company that produced this, called Modern Films. And there is Sakamoto at his piano. Very elegant release. I would love to have seen this released on Criterion, something like that. But it's released on Modern Films, and it is a Blu-ray and DVD set. The concert does run for about an hour and 42 minutes, something like that. It is the full concert, and you have it in 5.1 with Japanese subtitles. Now you're thinking, Japanese and English subtitles, why has it got subtitles? Because there is a couple of bits during the songs when Sakamoto sort of talks, especially when he's feeling tired. He says I need to take a break. This is draining me. And you can see him struggling in there, but it's a beautiful performance, so elegant, so classy, and so amazing. It's definitely worth picking this up. I would personally pick this up over the CD just because of the price range of the CD, but because I'm a huge Sakamoto fan and I love this so much, I had to get the CD. And here it is. Here is the CD. I've kept it in its it comes in this like little plastic, and I have kept it in there. I only take this out at special occasions to listen to. I just don't want to ruin it, because I know I will never be able to afford to replace it. So here it is. Wonderful, wonderful cover. Just as elegant as the performance itself. And on the back we have the track listing. So the track listing for the album is Lack of Love, BB, Adara, Solitude, for Johan, Abandoned 2020, Ichimisi, Small Happiness, Mizu no Naku no Bagadel. My Japanese is awful, I'm so sorry. Bibo no Ozora, Aqua, Tongpu, The Wuthering Heights, 2022-0302, Sarabadi, which is from the album 12. The Shelter in Sky. Obviously these one titles are titles of movies. 2018-0219, with Prepared Piano. That again is from his album 12. The Last Emperor, Tyrone, Happy End, Merry Christmas Mr. Lawrence, and Opus Ending. And as you can see, a lot of the writing here is in Japanese. This is a Japanese release, hence probably why it's so expensive. Yes, very, very cool. Wonderful set. And it opens up here with a picture of Sakamoto and some Japanese writing that says there were quite a few pieces that I had played as piano solo works for the first time. I took a lot of care into arranging and selecting the pieces. It felt to me that after all this time, I'm covering new ground. Bless his heart. And it opens up with so if we take the CD away for the moment, there we have the information about the recording and a picture of Ryuichi there. There is a charity called Trees for Sakamoto, which if you want to go and donate to, that would be great. It's a charity he believes in, about planting more trees in the planet. So I highly recommend doing it. And here we have all the information about the album, saying it was music composed and performed by Ryuichi Sakamoto, produced by Noriyuki Sora, and it was recorded at Zark, which I believe is in Japan. There's no other musicians to mention on this performance because it is solely Ryuichi Sakamoto, and that's how the cover works. So it sort of folds in like this, so when you're putting it away, it should just fold up into its own little gate. And again, we have a breakdown of the performances in this elegant pack. The discs are on the highest quality of discs that you can get. They're on a gold disc, and it breaks down of the songs. And in here is our small booklet, which again, I believe I remember right, is in Japanese. It breaks down the about the songs in Japanese. So again, there's no way of me translating any of this on there for you, but it does open up and it breaks down each song there's like a little bit of writing by Sakamoto telling you about the song and what the song meant to him and where it was taken from. And he's kind of talks about many sort of things about recording the song and what these songs meant to him. Very, very cool. It's a great little set. I've just got to try and remember how to replace this back nicely into its cover. I'm sure it's like this and like that. No, that goes in there, Josh. That's it. That's the way it folds. So, in fact, what I think it does, if I remember right, it actually, yeah, I had done it right. So the CDs sit within this package. This folds like that, and then it folds once again over like that. So this is the package, and I've, like I said, because of the value of the set, I keep it nice within its plastic case that it came with. I tend to, I've only listened to this twice because it's beautiful, but it requires your time. I can't like play a track and then leave it. Once I've started this album, I have to play it all the way through because it's just so wonderful and beautiful. To me, it's the most beautiful piece of music and a concert put down on film. It's amazing. That's a closer look at Opus. So there we are, guys. That was a close look at the album Opus by Ryuichi Sakamoto, the audio and the performance. If you're a massive Sakamoto fan, you will buy both of these. You will save up and you will find a way to purchase this album. I have seen it online a lot cheaper. I think if you shop around at some sites, you can probably pick it up for about £40 odd. I bought this from Juno. I think it was about 35, 36, but it was the last one. It is out of stock with them now. But I have seen it for about £40 to £45. If you're going to buy it in store, you're going to be looking about sort of 70. I don't understand. Yes, it's high quality. It's imported over here. It's not had a UK release, which is weird because the Blu-ray has, as you can see, it carries certification. So this is a UK release. But the CD is an import release, hence why it's a high price. But it is worth it. It is the most outstanding, beautiful performance. I bought this first and I watched it, and I fell in love with it. It's filmed in black and white. It's so elegantly filmed. It's just him in one room with his piano with different sort of like studio lights shining on him, and him performing 20 pieces of his career. And it pretty much does. It shows you the man. It shows you the elegance of the man, his style, the way he plays his piano. Oh man, it's just incredible. I highly recommend anybody picking this up. You'd be silly not to. It's just wonderful, especially pick the performance up. So CD, if you pick the Blu-ray up and you enjoy the performance, try and hunt the CD down. If not, just enjoy this. Now, I don't know if this is available. It probably will be available digital or whatever like that. But I like the physical copies, and I absolutely love this album. As you can see, it's beautiful. It's well packaged. It's a beautiful set. Could they have changed it? Yes, they could. For the price, they could have had this as a 3-disc set with the Blu-ray in it, and they could have done it like a media book. You know, like my Marillion box sets, where it's like a box set, a hardback book. You open it, and in the first side you've got the 2 CDs. Then you can have a book about the actual performance and photographs from the performance in there, maybe a bit about Ryuichi Sakamoto in there. maybe some essays in there, and then at the back you could have had one more disc of the Blu-ray, but they've decided to sell it this on its own, leaving the UK without the audio release. So you can buy it in your high street. Like I said, it will be available, but it will be expensive, but it's worth every penny. And I hope he's resting well. God rest his soul. Big loss. I was extremely upset the day when Sakamoto died. These last 10 years have been traumatic. I mean, obviously we've lost Bowie, we lost Prince, we've lost Sakamoto, we've lost so many geniuses. I mean, yes, I know we've lost musicians that don't really have that connection with me, like Ozzy Osbourne and people like that. You know, it's very sad that you know, but I think as a generation, because we're getting older, we're losing our icons, aren't we? Was it last year we lost Dave Bohr from Soft Cell, you know, and we've lost a few years back we lost Mick Kahn from Japan, and it's just heartbreaking, you know, but it's all part of life, and it is difficult. We lose our loved ones, we lose family members, we lose pets, we lose friends. And these people to me are like friends because they've been with me a lot longer than a lot of friendships, and they brought more to my life than a lot of friendships have. So I hold these people almost like friends to my heart and to my soul, because I've shared my life with them and they're important to me. And so when somebody as important as Sakamoto or Bowie moves on with their soul's journey, it's heartbreaking on a selfish side, you know, because it's only selfish because they're not going to be about anymore. We don't get to see them, but they've left us with, they're still alive within us. If I play this today, I bring Sakamoto back to life on this planet by listening to his music. This will be through the waves of the air, and his soul is still drifting with us and still with us every day. It's just like I feel the same with Bowie. When I put Bowie on and I listen to that, I just feel he's still with us, and I'm still celebrating his life. So he's still alive, but living through me and my ears and my soul and my heart. And that's how I believe what happens when people pass on. Although we miss the physical person, they still live with us, and they're still with us every day. If you live your life with these people inside you, think I'm going to do the best I can for their memory and live their life through me, then they're still with us, because they're memories. We are just all memories, right? That's all we are. Massive shout out to my lads. See you soon, guys.